Hello everyone, and welcome back to DMG. I've taken apart a lot of hard drives, even a couple SSDs, but I've never taken apart a very small storage device. So that's what I'm gonna do today. My friend keeps buying these cheap, crappy flash drives, and they keep dying on him. So he's gonna let me take one of them apart today. Now the construction of a flash drive is actually very simple. Let me get this metal part off of it. Now if you have like an actually well-built flash drive from a company like SanDisk, it's going to be built better than this. But, you know, with cheaply built flash drives, they're great for demonstrating how they're made. Like this Mazdart 32 gigabyte. So literally all you need to do is just apply a little bit of force to the case and it just pops right open. It's very simple. So right here is your controller, there's your NAND. Let's compare that to an SSD. Controller, NAND. It's basically just a very small SSD. So this handles USB access. That's what makes it a USB drive. That tells the computer that you've just plugged in a USB storage device. And then that's basically the librarian. It goes and fetches data from this NAND chip right there, and it's exactly like what you would see in an SSD, just usually much slower because a lot of flash drives definitely aren't the same speed category of SSDs. Right there on the end is actually a diode, an LED right here. D1, and then the rest of these are small capacitors for power delivery and whatnot. Alright, so there's one, and then I also have this little SSD, flash drive that I bought from wish.com with the intent of actually using it, but it A, didn't work in half my computers, and B, had malware on it. So I'm not going to be using it anytime soon. So basically, I'm never buying another flash drive from wish.com. I thought a 4 gigabyte flash drive would be fine, because like faking a 4 gigabyte flash drive is pretty pointless, but no, it wasn't a fake capacity, it was just filled with malware. Luckily I tested it first on my 32-bit Windows XP system. I plugged it in, something auto ran, and then it said this is not a valid Win32 application. So whatever that virus was, it was 64-bit. So yeah, I've already tried to open it up because I was curious, but I really want to show it on camera because it is different from any other design I've ever seen. There we go, I kind of broke the casing, that's how cheap it is. They're trying to make it look like a Kingston Data Traveler with this case design, but it's not. Yeah, what is this? Like, it's not a completely fake drive, because data you put on it actually stays on it. I tried it. I put a couple video files on it, but there's like nothing here. It has this number on the back, but Googling that gets me nothing. It's just this one solid package of USB and then a couple pads down there at the end. Doesn't look like it comes apart on any seams, and I've tried breaking it in half and that did not work. So it's like actually well built. So yeah, I have no idea what's going on there. Kind of strange. And yeah, then the rest of the case is just super cheap metal made to look like some other metal. So yeah, you can see it's not actually a gold metal, it's just sprayed with something to make it look gold. Alright, what about an SD card? Now this is not an SD card, this is an XD picture card. But basically it's going to have the same insides, the same guts as an SD card. But I would rather sacrifice this proprietary 2000s piece of garbage than an actually good SD card. I think if I just like snap it, the case will come apart. So basically these were Olympus's, hey, SD cards are kinda good. We should make our own solution that only our cameras use, so people will have to buy new ones from us, but they only come in really small capacities, so no one actually bought them. Now this back part, this whole back part is just empty. This is the only part of the card that actually has something on it. So in there you can see part of the end of the flash chip. It's right there. So yeah, it's basically this, but turned sideways and put in that form factor. The flash chip itself is really resistant to bending, which explains why I can't bend it past a certain point. But if I break the sides off, perhaps I can get to it a bit better. I'll just chuck its bits onto the table. Oh, that's really cool. It's actually a single chip solution. That's really interesting. So it either has the controller integrated into it, or like onto the flash chip itself, or it doesn't need a controller and the controller is in the host device. Because when you take away all of the plastic, the pins are just attached to the flash chip. Sorry, I need to peel up the rest of this plastic crap, but I can kind of show it here. That's the flash chip itself. Yeah, that's actually really interesting. So here's your flash chip. You can see most NAND chips are the exact same size, and it's the same size as the ones on this SSD. But it has its pins, instead of out to the side, like on this one, or BGA on the bottom, like the SSD, they come straight out the back, which is just really cool. I've never seen that. Anyway, that wraps it up for this video. Thank you everyone for watching. Do consider subscribing if you enjoyed, and see you next time.